I'm not gonna lie, I've totally dropped the ball on the Thailand boat. Right after I put this thing away in the last video in July, I got my wife pregnant, and then we had a baby. And so obviously I gotta prioritize my life and what takes care of me, which is my business and my family, before I can play. But today we're gonna be getting this boat back out, because in the last video at the very end, you saw that I might have blown this thing up. And so today we're gonna get it cleaned up, charged up, and see what damage was really done to the Thailand Longtail Riverboat, the first one that's here in the United States. So let's get this thing out. Hope you guys enjoy the video. We got one stop before we go pick up the Thai boat. We got to stop at Lowe's, pick up a piece of plywood for Giuseppe, who's replacing the whole panel at the office. So picking up some paint and a piece of plywood for him so that he can get his job done today. 1% better is the motto at the office every week. All I gotta say is these prices on plywood are absolutely outrageous. This one piece is $70. I don't know. You wanted the nice finish one though. I think we go one down. 30 bucks. I think that's fair. All right, let's get this loaded up, give him some paint, get to the office so we can go play with my favorite boat.
It's a nice finish. Beer will paint it nice.
You like my wood?
I like your wood.
I went with 1/2 inch because the 3/4 inch was like 40. It was literally double the price.
Yeah, this is good enough. We have a good foundation on the back, so
we got on this. We thought it was gonna be 30, and once I got it was 70 bucks. So plywood, dude.
Pay per sheet.
Yeah.
Pay per layer.
But we got the sanded one. You know, we thought you'd like that better. And then I've got black paint we can roll on, and then I got you some black spray paint as well.
Perfect.
Recently, when I first bought this place and I redid the sign here, I put the guy's name that I bought it from on the sign, and then I asked them to come out and remove it because I put a thing out on Instagram and I was like, hey, what do you guys think? Should I leave his name up? Oh, just a grand sport. And I was like, should I leave his name up or does that cause too much confusion? And so everyone said, like 80% of the votes were saying take it down. So just looks like today they removed his name off, so now it's just my name on the sign. But probably gonna have to. Did they come? Were they here when you were here? They didn't do a very good job fixing this. They probably just need to repaint the whole sign instead of just patching the color. Obviously, this looks terrible, and it's really dangerous too. When Giuseppe and I took this panel off, it's really scary. And so you and I met at Knight's Trail shooting clays, and he had a Freedom Factory hat on, and so we hit it off immediately. And he's like the best electrician ever. Before something happens, like a fire or anything bad, he's like, let me come in and replace that panel. So we had the fire moved up. He's gonna tear everything off this wall, and then we've got a really sick panel going in today, right? So we're gonna tear everything off this wall. This old telephone we don't use, like a message on hold system, rainbirds going outside, sub panel would be built into the new panel, right?
Yeah, we get a sneak peek inside.
I know, I saw that.
So
I already opened it.
Okay.
Are we doing a surge protector again?
Built-in surge protector.
It's built in. My dog. Nice.
Clean.
So that piece of plywood we got is gonna probably go like on this whole wall, right?
Yep. We're gonna cover the whole wall. This is gonna get cut out here, so we'll probably either go straight across, or there'll be a little.
Oh, you're gonna cut this out for me?
Yeah, the trough. We have this trough right here. So this trough is gonna now. It's gonna be cut down, but this will be over the panel, and then you'll see the panel.
Any way you can do it high enough to block this old telephone
I'll
cord?
take care of that.
I'm gonna put in a picture right now. This is what my office used to look like, and last weekend I came in and tore all the cabinets off. This is where Chance and I are gonna be spending our time at. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Guys, this is Chance. He's gonna be helping me record at the office.
What's up?
Get back, grinding some content out. Eventually, like, my plan is to kind of put your desk here, Chance, and then mine is gonna be like a really nice wood slab that goes from here, two base cabs, and then I have like a really cool metal framework around my computer to mount my monitors here and hide the wires, and then we're gonna do a bunch of crazy red, green, and blue lighting in here. So we just tore all the cabs, drywall repair, paint, some new carpet in here. Last weekend I moved some plumbing around. These chairs had these crazy like contraptions where all the plumbing was at. So plumber Joe came by and removed all the plumbing up under those cabinets, because in the coming weeks I'm gonna tear out all these cabinets and replace them, because this place looks like your grandmother's basement and I hate it. Check out Milwaukee pack out wall. So same thing in this room. We're getting new dental chairs, new cabinets, and then yesterday I came in here and just repaired a bunch of holes and stuff, and I'm trying to get this repainted for the girls before Monday. So we're getting there. Real quick before we catch power, this is a tri-indenture that I just printed. So I designed this and 3D printed it, and we're gonna try it in the patient's mouth before we go to final. After it comes out of this printer, it goes into a wash station right next to it, which washes it with 99% isopropyl alcohol, and then it'll go into a light cure. All right, so I literally haven't seen this thing since July, even though it's like 5 minutes from my office. And it's just, like I said earlier, it's been like one of those mental baggage things. Like, I owe it to you guys to get this thing out. And I really don't remember what kind of condition. I know I flushed the system, and I know I washed it before I put it away, and thankfully David's kept it underneath this awning for me. But it's so beautiful to think that like this thing came from Thailand, you know, and I brought it here in a container, and it was all hand built, and it's just sitting here not being used. It kind of breaks my heart. You guys probably remember that thing from the channel. That's here too. Shout out to David for keeping the toys covered for me. Doesn't look too bad. It's just dusty. Probably just need to wash it off, charge the battery. This is really rusted. Dang, I was afraid of that. Looks like the shafts are pretty rusted too. Definitely gonna need some maintenance on this thing, some TLC. I can't believe I've just been letting it sit here. So let's get it out from underneath here. We're gonna take it home. We're gonna wash it. We're gonna get the battery charged. We're gonna get some oil in it, see if she'll turn over or if the engine's actually blown up, and then we'll go from there. I just let my certification lapse expire, so don't tell anybody. Safety first.
Like a real fun way to die.
I think we're ready to hit the road. She's looking pretty dusty, that's for sure. I think the first thing is going to be a wash, get her cleaned up, and then we can start taking a look around, and hopefully we can make oil pressure, because it looks like there's a lot of oil on the bottom of the boat, which is not a good sign. I remember when I was ripping this thing, it let go. I don't know if it overheated or if I actually burned it down. We're gonna find out today, see what kind of work it needs to get going again. I'm hoping that it's just the high pressure fuel sensor, but as of right now, it's not looking good with all that oil in there. So let's go find out. Guys, sitting right behind me is a 2024 Escalade V, and you can get 9 entries to win this truck and 50 grand cash by purchasing something you will use every single day of your life. And that's my 10mm wrench toothbrush. You got a 10mm wrench on one end, toothbrush on the other, made out of billet CNC aluminum, right here in America. I mean, it sounds like a win-win-win to me. Holy, Sam's got this thing looking like a mirror. That is crazy. Dude, this thing is way sicker than I imagined. It's got like night vision. I love the screens that go all the way across too. And dude, the leather in this thing, the vented seats, which is a must in these hot areas. It's one of those things you don't know what you're missing out on until you have it. And this thing's literally got like every option, and I know they're doing a bunch of stuff to it, like some performance upgrades, lowering it. I'm not gonna give away all the secrets, but this is literally like a dream truck, and you get all the cash too. I mean, that's crazy. This is something I developed a couple years ago, and I have been using twice a day for the past probably 3 years. But not only is it a toothbrush, but if you're in a pinch, as a car guy, we all know we like to lose our 10mm stuff. So not only can you use this as a functional wrench, because it is in fact a true 10mm on one end, but every single one of these toothbrushes you purchase gets you 9 entries to win this truck, 50 grand cash, and I'll also be dropping this 10mm Boxo rescue kit into random orders between now and when the giveaway is up. But supplies are running low on these toothbrushes. We only have about 100 of them left, so get them while they last. So we're driving home with the Thai boat behind us, and Chance and I are just talking about how like we should get back into drag racing. Like, I need a drag car. I had Dr. Pepper when I started this channel. Turned it into a 7-second monster. I think it was a beast. And I was like, you know what I really want? Is I want like a black on black on black C7 Z06. Like a 2014 to 2019, but I want a manual car. I know the autos are probably faster, but I think a manual would be so sick. And like low miles, I don't mind spending extra money to get a car that's low miles and just absolutely perfect. Like, I want to walk around that thing and not see a single scratch on it. But then do like a ton of tasteful mods, you know, like port the blower, bit, you know, port the heads, exhaust obviously, tune it, E85, TVM brakes, build specialty wheels, and just make it like the cleanest Z06. And the reason why I want to do that is because my buddy Chad, he likes nice exotic stuff, and there's nothing more I want than to have the nasty Corvette, domestic made, chopping up the block and destroy whatever Ferrari or Porsche he's driving. So if anybody out there knows of a super clean C7 Z06 that's black on black on black, hit me up because I'm in the market. Got the Thai boat home, and we're gonna get this thing washed up and charged up. Hopefully we can get this thing turned over today. If not, we're gonna cut the filter open to make sure there's no metal in it, put some oil in it, and maybe even bring it over to Mike's shop, see if he can hook a scanner to it and see what's wrong. Also got the Noble behind me. I got the wheels off of it. The wheels and tires are getting, replaced right now because I got ripped apart in the comments because they're 20 years old. So I have to get new tires on it so we can go run it at the Freedom Factory and hopefully have it going for spectator drags next weekend for the Freedom 500. So first step, let's get this thing washed up and get it on the charger. Let me know you guys' opinion on this. I like to foam down my vehicle without wetting it first. I think that it digs into the paint or digs into the dirt a little bit better than rinsing it before you apply the soap. I feel like I give it a better result that way. I know that one of these is a battery and one of them's a capacitor. I believe that's the battery over there, yeah. I like to hook my battery chargers up when they're wet. You like the motor?
Yeah, what is it?
It's his 4J diesel. It's a twin turbo diesel from Thailand.
Hey!
Yeah. Yep. Later, man. This is a little sketch, I'm not gonna lie. There we go. Okay, let's do oil check. I'm a little bit worried about that. So I know we had an oil leak on the turbo return right here. I need to make like a new little bracket that goes to the oil pan because the oil's been dripping from there and from the blow-by. So I didn't know if it's really leaking mostly from the oil drain from the turbos or if it's from the blow-by. But either way, we have a lot of oil in this boat, and hopefully, my fingers crossed, that it's not from the blow-by, because if it is, that means we have an engine failure issue, because it means that there's oil getting past the rings and the pistons and the cylinders, which could mean that, you know, the engine's failing. So I'm hoping that the oil on the bottom of the boat is just from this turbo drain. But that's what we're going to do today, is we're going to check oil, we're going to pull the oil in it, and then hopefully turn this thing over and see if she'd blow it up or not. I can see it. It's got oil. Smells like oil, looks like oil. That's a good sign. I'd say we turn this thing over. Ready for some fire in the pipes? Got fuel pressure. Hopefully she's not locked up. I hear the starter clicking. Oh! Alright, let's go make sure that the starter's not locked up. Alright, I'm gonna try and turn this thing over by hand to see if the engine's locked up or if we just have a low battery. 13.42 volts. Oh no. I think she might be locked up. Alright, well let's try and turn it over by hand, see if we can't break it loose. That would really suck. No, it feels nice. Feels like it's making some compression. Could just be a starter issue. Sounds good. Maybe it's just the starter. Okay, okay. I like this. Try this again. I'm just gonna go starter. I think the starter's locked. I don't even know how I'd get a starter from these things. All right, well, I guess I better get a starter ordered or let it dry out if it got wet. Starter's fried for sure. And I hope that wasn't the engine that was making that grinding noise. definitely the starter. Okay, I guess I gotta get a new one of those. That thing looks really nasty. I don't know whether I can source one here in the United States or if I'm gonna have to get one from Thailand, but I guess that's gonna be the next step in getting this thing back to life. But I don't think that the engine's hurt because it feels smooth when I rotate it over by hand on the crank. But the starter sounds like it's grinding up a storm. All right, let's take it off and then we'll get a new one. Bring it to Advanced and see if they have another one. Probability is small. Given that that starter was exposed to salt water, I mean, when I washed it after I drove it last, obviously I didn't wash the starter, and I'm sure it got wet when we were ripping it, so I would imagine that it's corroded to the point where it's grinding, because when I push it around on the crank pulley, like I don't hear the grinding like I do when it's just the starter. So either something's up with the flywheel or the starter, but it's definitely got to be the starter. All right, let's pull it off and take a better look at it. So it should pop out and spin, but shoot, if this thing only needs a starter, I will be shocked. If someone thinks that they can source one of these starters, let me try and get a part number on it and see if anyone has one laying around. Can Maverick hold this for me? I think he can. This thing's literally as big as him. It's probably weighs more than him.
It's like, get away, I just want to watch.
All right, if anyone knows where I can get a starter like this for an Isuzu 4J in the United States, it says $379 on it right here. That's literally the only markings. Oh, it looks like we have a 33B02 maybe. I don't know, I'm gonna do some looking around, but that's what the plate looks like. Looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 teeth on it. We're gonna go consult one of my mechanic buddies who you may or may not have seen before on somebody else's video. He's got a shop right down the road, and we're gonna see if he can't fix the starter for us, because it's absolutely cooked. I know that. We definitely need a new one, but he's kind of a diesel guy. He likes to fix trucks and cars and boats and whatnot. So we're about to pull up to his shop, and I can't wait to see his reaction with this thing. He's never seen it before. What's up, dude?
I heard you got the fastest motor boat in Florida.
I got the fastest Thai boat in Florida, that's for sure.
That's
What's
sick.
up, dude? I was hoping you could fix it real quick so we can get it started for the video.
Dude, legit.
All right.
What engine is it?
It's an Isuzu 4J.
We don't have parts.
Yeah, there's no parts anywhere for it.
Great.
So I'm gonna leave it here. I'll just back it in under the lift. Oh, is this what you just built in the video?
Yeah.
The most recent video?
Yeah, the fit?
Yeah, check it out. So what, you took a Honda Fit and then you put a side-by-side underneath it?
Okay. Yeah. So this is the Razor that I crashed.
Oh, the one you flipped?
Yeah, the one that I flipped.
Should we put the clip in the video?
Yeah, this is where you put the clip in.
Put the clip in.
I just took the plastics off of it and then cut out the inside of his off-road Honda Fit, and the body just sits on here perfect.
Did you measure it out or anything? Or you just
In my
went for it?
head. Yeah, that's what I usually do. And it
I
worked
can't
out pretty
believe
well.
it. It's so sick. Have you guys ripped it at all yet?
No, because I'm waiting on the shocks to come back from shock therapy, and then we can like permanently bolt it to the chassis.
Yeah.
And then I've driven it around the parking
It's
lot.
honestly
It's pretty
so
sick.
sick.
It's pretty nasty.
It's like the perfect thing to do with it after you wrecked it, because then you don't have to really straighten it out or anything.
Well, it's like you took like 2 pieces of junk and you made like one sick thing.
That's awesome. You want to check the boat? Or you want to bench test this thing real quick?
Yeah, I don't know how the battery.
Or you're trying to hook it to a battery charger?
Or just like manually bench test it with a known good battery. Right? Actually, you know the place on Sawyer, the
No.
alternator guy?
No.
He could probably just rebuild this
Really?
for like cheap. Pretty funny. Like that dude's clutch. Trail generator.
Trail generator? The problem is, I'm thinking that it got wet, like salt water in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it sat for a couple months, and it's not like trail generator, this guy.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? My name's Parker. I'm buddies with Mike Masse, who owns a shop up the road. And I've got a starter here that he said you might be able to rebuild. Is that something in your wheelhouse? It's off of an Isuzu 4J, like an Isuzu diesel truck.
Okay. So is it a Denso? Does it have a name on it? Like
The name's, the label's gone.
oh,
It looks like it could have been a Denso.
It looks like it could have been a Denso.
Well, the only thing I can do is I can't tell you anything till I look at it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm going to have to hopefully know what it is, because when the tags are gone and there's no numbers, all that means it just makes it harder to get parts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you
So I have to-
this engine came straight out of Thailand, so
That could even be worse. But anyway, no, I'm serious. There's certain things you can't get parts for in this country. It's crazy.
Yeah. I didn't know if you were like able to just disassemble it and look at the wires and be like, yeah, I can
Oh
rewind
yeah,
that.
we
Or...
can take them apart and look at them. There's certain things we can fix and certain things we can't.
All right. Are you at the shop?
Yep,
Cool. I'll be by in like 15 minutes.
no problem.
Thanks, brother. Well, might get this thing rebuilt. Probably not, would be my guess. I'm gonna go run this
It's like
over
the only
there.
thing I'm good at. Yeah, let me know how it works. I'll hang out here, I guess.
No, don't.
Alright.
We'll come by next week with it or something.
I mean, all I'm gonna do is just bench test it.
You're gonna bench test it?
Yep.
Okay.
So it tries to motor.
It tries. I'm thinking it got
could have
salt in it.
It could have got water in the brush holder.
Yeah.
What I have to do is I have to take it all apart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So it'll be ready in like an hour.
If you want to pay for it, if you want to pay that much, we can have it done for you in an hour.
Cheap, fast, or good, right?
You know,
Pick two. Jeez.
it won't. That's just me. So I want to see something if it motors when I try to.
Grandson's done it.
Give it the old tabaroo.
This is where the brushes are.
This is the moment of truth.
Well, it's going to tell us what's going on inside of it.
Yeah. I'm guessing it just needs some WD-40.
Well, let's just hope. It definitely got full of moisture, as you can see.
Yeah. I figured that was the case. I would imagine it shouldn't be that tight.
No, the brush is trying to come with it,
Yeah.
and it shouldn't be. The brushes should stay
I
inside
run it
there.
in salt water, and I don't normally rinse my starters afterwards, you know?
Yeah.
That would be the smart thing to not do, right? To not rinse your starter off?
No, fresh water is better than salt water.
I don't think it's supposed to look like that.
No. Like that bearing's almost froze.
Yeah.
So it's definitely due to moisture.
Yeah, I agree. So the question is...
Well, this is all still good because this part of it worked.
okay.
This is our problem's going to be
Getting that.
trying to get this to see the brushes.
Oh, yeah. So that
So they're not broke, so that's a good thing.
Okay.
Okay, we just got to get it to come out of there. There's a bearing inside here.
Maybe that's seized against the casing.
Oh,
or-
I'm sure.
Yeah.
There's times I've had to drill a hole
Yeah.
and then punch it out.
Got it.
So I don't know.
That's definitely saltwater corrosion if
Yeah,
I've seen it
and
before.
every one of these are stuck. They should slide. I'll probably end up soaking it for a day or so.
In like
In that machine, in that.
under parts washer.
These things should move.
Yeah.
And that's what keeps pressure on the armature.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Well, let's get you some information and
Yeah.
we'll give you some time. You're a fellow speed enthusiast.
Oh no, I did not fellow. I still am.
Still am. I like it.
That's pretty cool. I mean, I've seen videos of them.
So, you know, until you get that on there, this is very heavy. It's kind of like a counterweight, you know?
Oh, okay. That's why it's so long.
Yep.
And it's also balanced.
It's balanced. Yeah, once it's on there, it's pretty movable up and down. But, I mean, you know, being twin turboed and
So
fully
shit,
built,
it's a twin.
it's a compounded turbo,
Just a 4-cylinder turbo.
4-cylinder Isuzu 4J with a transmission out of like a mini truck.
Huh.
And then, yeah, that's it, man.
Pretty badass.
Yeah. So
How fast is it in the water?
They say it'll do 80.
No kidding.
Yeah, I'm deathly afraid of it. I've driven it. I flew over to Thailand when I took delivery of it and drove it there, and then I drove it here in the Intercoastal
So
a couple
when you're
times.
in Thailand, you go to like Pattaya or whatever the hell
With
they
my
go.
wife. Okay.
No. I got a good friend that goes there all the time, and he's always. And the
Raving
worst part is,
about it.
well, no, he tells my wife all about it. Then he
You're
goes,
like,
"Hey,
dude.
maybe Jerry can go with me next year." My wife is like,
No way.
"So what are those buttons
I
for?"
put the buttons on there to turn on the ECU, fuel pump, water pump.
Oh, so okay.
And then emergency switch.
It's
because
injected.
It is fuel. Yeah, it's fuel
Okay.
injected.
Just to
And
engage your
also-
transmission?
Yeah, that's for.
So you sit up there when you work
Sit
this
up,
thing?
Yep, you sit up on this stool right there.
So I take it this is throttle?
That's throttle. There's throttle.
Pretty cool. A little 4-cylinder. How much horsepower do you think it makes?
About 700.
Get the hell out of
It's
here.
absolutely disgusting.
Wow.
It will rattle your bones. It is.
Holy
It
shit.
is really, really scary. But when
And
it,
you take
when-
it, you put it in salt water, huh?
Yeah, I did. I did.
Oh,
when
you
I-
did?
Well, in Thailand it was fresh water, and then when I shipped it over, I mean, where else am I going to run this thing? I ran this on Lake Manatee that's where I ran it the first time.
Yeah, you know, we don't have any good lakes. The only other place you could go for good lakes would be, you know, towards the center of the state, like Lake Placid, Istapoca.
I know, but the intercoastal's 5 minutes from
I
my
know.
house.
I
It's-
get it. I get it.
I know it's tough on my
I would
stuff,
just
but
just WD the shit out of it when you're done. Pretty intense.
it is, right?
How long is that thing? Like 24 foot?
I think it's 28 feet and the tail's 12. So
No
it's 40
kidding.
feet combined. Yeah. When I got in touch with the guy there, I was like, I want you to build the baddest longtail riverboat you can get. This is what he built. All right. Well, I look forward to hearing from you Monday.
I'm sure we can help you.
Thanks, man. You got the Escalade looking.
What do you think?
I mean, we made a little clip in it as a mirror. You know, like he recorded it. You know, using the Escalade as a mirror. It's looks so good.
It was, I put a lot of time into it. And
I can tell.
They was kidding me about the times that.
Should we go look at it?
Yes, come on. They was kidding me, said, "Are you gonna make a career out of that?" And I said, "No, it was in bad shape when it got here." And it was.
Yeah.
But Garrett says, "Make it like new." I said, "Okay, then there it is." So we went
Have
over-
you driven it at all?
No, I haven't driven. I've ridden it. He took us for a ride in it.
I mean, you got this thing polished like a mirror.
I done a treatment on the glass,
Yeah.
treatment on the mirrors.
You used all your products on this, didn't
Yes.
you?
And on this right here, when you put the light on, which I don't have the light, we didn't put the light on. There's no scratches anywhere in it now.
It was pretty
Top.
bad before, wasn't it?
Oh, it was real bad.
Someone took their orbital to it.
It was real bad. I mean, real bad. Even polished the wheels.
So what all did you do to it?
Well, the first thing I had to do was when I cleaned it, this has the fiber inner liners, so I
it's
had to brush them
quieter.
out. This is for quietness, so you know,
Yeah.
the ride quietness. But they get full of junk, so I took a brush and brushed all of that out of those.
Yeah.
Cleaned the underneath. Had to go back through and polish all of the wheels because they're really scratched up on them.
Mm-hmm.
Put a coating on them. Done the same on this. Done underneath the hood the same way.
Yeah.
Interior same way. Cleaned the leather. Put a leather protectant on it. And
I like the print on those seats. The
hey, this thing.
embroidered.
This thing is pretty. It's a pretty car.
It is.
I mean, and for a giveaway.
I can't believe somebody's gonna get this.
Think about it. They'll come here when they've won this and they finally see that it's true. They'll come here and she's going to say to him, "You take the plane and go back home. I'm driving this home."
It's crazy they could buy a bottle of spray wax or a toothbrush and win this and 50 grand cash.
Now that right there, I mean, 50 grand. It's like,
That's
okay,
a lot.
here's your Escalade, and here's your check.
That's
No!
life changing.
Man, think about that. And I've done a back window treatment on this.
Back window treatment.
Done all the window treatments because it had a calcium deposit. All of these here, all that.
Now, what do you do for a window treatment exactly?
It's like a acid-based treatment that I do.
It's your
But-
product, right?
Yeah, it's my product. It's the
Yeah.
one where it says the spot remover.
Yeah.
That's what I put on this all over, then clean the back out. It's when it really it clears them up.
You see those?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
24-inch Boston wheels.
Think about it. And done a treatment on these.
Yeah.
Got all the scratches out of those. You know where he'd been through a
You
lot.
do
to it.
such a good job.
It had a
It's
lot where it went
unbelievable,
through a
really.
car wash and had scratches down this. You know.
Yeah.
Took them all out. But look at that. Isn't that something? Wow. Oh my! I'll go through and I'll put a ceramic coating on those before it. You know, after I've got them on, I'll put a ceramic coating on them, inside and out.
You're the
Should be-
best, man.
should be ready
You're
for
so good. So
Well,
good.
look who it's for. I mean, come on now.
Come on now.
I went through this grill, each individual one here,
Oh my
and
gosh.
polished them out and put a coating on each one of those throughout this whole
It
thing.
looks amazing.
Now think about that. That was tough.
You know what I like about your coatings is once they're on there, your car really just needs to be pressure washed
pressure
or
washed.
rinse. You don't even have to use a soap because it's when it has that coating on, it just rinses off.
Rinses
It's
off.
so nice.
And then these few bugs we have right here.
Yeah.
Garrett took someone for a ride.
I'll just
Jay
wipe
Hicks, and
off.
I'll just take them around. Oh, sure will.
Very nice. Looking good, Sam. You did an amazing job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.